Today we're gonna spill the tea because tea is gross. And this isn't the English countryside, but we are gonna talk the truth about subscription boxes, so hurry back.
Just an 80s boy and a 90s teen, going on all things Disney, from mouse to parks and in between. Come share the magic with me. La 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 la. Live your life to a Disney tune. Come and share Jake's Disney Afternoon.
Hey Disney Afternoon gang, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jake. If you're returning here, thanks for coming back. And if you're new, I do all kinds of Disney content, including subscription boxes, well, maybe, history, trivia, swaps, trips, hauls. If it's Disney, you name it, we're doing it. So you're going to want to make sure to hit that subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss out on future adventures. And you're certainly not going to want to miss out on tonight's chat. This city is alive on a Friday night. Welcome to summer in New York City, where the wine flows heavily, the music plays loud on the street, and we talk a little bit of honesty. So, let's talk about subscription boxes. Subscription boxes, they're all the rage, and it seems lately they're causing all the rage. Why? What's going on? I'm in a lot of chats, Facebook groups, Instagram, groupings and discussions and things like that, and it seems that subscription boxes are kind of getting it from every angle. And we're going to talk about why is that justified and what you should know if you've not checked into subscription boxes. You know, before I started my channel, I watched YouTube channels, Disney YouTube channels, for probably the better part of the pandemic before deciding to start my own channel. In roughly 6 months, almost 6 months that I've been doing this channel, I have tried most of the boxes. Not all of them, most of them. And for the record, I'm not going to dish on any particular company tonight. I'm not going to mention companies tonight. I'll tell you some stories. I'll tell you some things that I've observed. I'll tell you some things that you can expect. And maybe we can just have a little frank chat. So, I got my notes over here. Came prepared. School's over, so I've got actually time to take notes. Cheers to my teachers who are wrapping up school for the year. I finished yesterday, hoping that you are done soon if you are not done yet. So, what are subscription boxes? You probably know, but if you don't, I thought I'd run basically the three categories. There are monthly boxes that renew automatically, and basically those are based on preferences. Each company has their own checklist and forms. Some have wish lists, some have categories, some have blank boxes where you can type whatever you want. But they renew automatically every month and they're catered to you specifically. There are themed boxes that come along and they might be by a movie or a category or something like that. And they also have some kind of preferences with them that you can specify things, and they try to cater to a specific theme, but within that theme they cater to you. And then there are monthly boxes that have no preferences to them. You get what you get. A lot of times it's the same product. You get a book review and you get a candle and a book and a thing, and everybody gets the thing. There's nothing wrong with any of these models. They are just all different, and all of them offer something different. I think most of us tend to go with the preference side because we hope to get things that would bolster our collections. But, you know, there's something for everybody out there. So those are the basic types of subscription boxes you can get. So, what should we actually expect from our subscription boxes? I think this is the biggest problem in the community at the moment. Expectations are not managed on our end and certainly on the subscription boxes end. As a teacher, I am so aware of how important managing expectations are. If you promise this, you deliver this. Otherwise, I have an angry mob of sixth graders, and you do not want an angry mob of sixth graders. So here's some things you should expect. These companies are going to buy from the character warehouse. I am tired of YouTube reviews going, I was just in the Character Warehouse the other day and I saw this pin for $3.99 and now it's in my box. Yeah, no kidding, it's in your box. These companies have to make money. Every company marks up. Amazon marks up. Your local grocery store marks up. Etsy marks up. Everybody marks up something. So these companies aren't just giving you $75, $300, $50 worth of product and breaking even. They've got to pay themselves something. There's shipping sometimes involved. So stop complaining that you saw it at the Character Warehouse. They're shopping at the Character Warehouse in addition to other places. You will get an item that you don't like every now and again. It's going to happen. There's going to be something you're like, oh, I didn't really want that. And, you know, to be fair to these companies, it might be on your preferences, meaning it might be, you know, a Beauty and the Beast item or an Aladdin item or a Snow White item, but you're not really fond of it. That's the gamble you take a little bit with these mystery boxes. You know, it is what it is. I would say if you're getting multiple boxes in a row that are not, that you're not happy with or have multiple items you're not happy with, it may be a case that your preferences are not really that specific or that updated. That's one scenario. You also may get a duplicate item. I know that we go through, a lot of us are very thorough about our preferences list, but we may miss something, they may miss something. You know, there may be, we updated it after they purchased a thing. So, you know, it's likely that you may get something duplicate along the way. Pins are the easiest duplicate thing to get because they can be traded often. But, you know, other things could go into subscription box or swap boxes if you do that kind of thing. If you don't, you know, repurpose them for Christmas gifts. Nobody's going to know. Like, nobody's going to know. So, you know, be prepared for that and stop complaining about it. You should expect to update your preferences often. It is your responsibility to go in and to update your preferences. That's just kind of on you. A lot of times I've watched videos where like, oh, I didn't get this. I got this duplicate item. Why did I get this item? And then somewhere later in the video, they're like, boy, I think it's been a while since I've updated my preferences. So, you know, stop putting that onto the subscription box company. Take a little bit of ownership if you really want to maximize how these companies work. If they don't follow that, we're going to talk about some things that you can do later on. So a little transition item here and a little sip of wine. I hope you're drinking something fun. If it's early in the morning, I hope it's coffee. And if it's early in the morning, I hope it's wine. Be careful of reviews from people who get free boxes. Now, I think they're legally obligated or morally obligated, I don't know, to say that this was given to them for review purposes. Here's my problem with that. I don't mind that it was given to them. Marketing is marketing, fine. If I'm given free Disney items, it practically doesn't matter what it is. I'm gonna say it's great. You know, my worst subscription box on a free day would be awesome because it's free Disney merch. At the very least, I can, you know, regift it, put it into box swaps, trade it out, sell it, something like that. So, you know, it's hard for me to watch these people who review these boxes and are like, yeah, we got it for free, but look at these amazing things. Maybe they are amazing. Maybe to you, they're not amazing. For me, subscription boxes are all about the curation. So if I'm paying for something, I want you taking the time to make the box for me. So these, you know, these free ones, you know, they're not bad people. I'm not upset about it. You know, anybody wants to send me free stuff, you know, message me below. I'll have the free stuff. But it is not necessarily, I won't say they're lying. It's not, I was going to say it's not an honest review, but, you know, it's not a fair comparison when you're playing with my money versus stuff you've given to me, right? Okay, so what should you complain about and what should you be suspicious about? So, you know, I've defended in the last segment these companies a little bit, and there is some ownership on us, the buyer, to be responsible to some of those things. But there are some legitimate gripes, and we got to talk about those as a community. So, you're going to want another sip of wine. So, I would say it is totally fair to complain when you get an item that is really against your wish list. I don't want pins. I don't want plushies. I don't want a shirt. I don't want a Jim Shore. If you don't want a Jim Shore, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I respect your right to not want it. But if you specifically have listed those things and you've listed those things, you have a right to say something about that, because these companies are offering you the preferences and the curation aspect as part of their draw for giving you their business to you, for giving you their business. There, I said it right. The wine's kicking in. And so if you get something like that, then you've paid. It'd be like, ordering from Amazon and getting the wrong product. Well, you sent me the wrong thing. You said you were going to do this and you did this and I paid for it. You shouldn't apologize for that. You don't have to attack them, but you should expect that they are going to correct that. That's number one. This is the big one. This is the big one. This is the big one. Late boxes. Here we go. So there are a couple of versions of what I would consider a box to be late. If you have a monthly subscription box, which is, it renews automatically every month, and so, $50 is withdrawn from your bank account every February 23rd and March 23rd and April 23rd, etc. If you're not getting a box every month, they have failed you. That's a point of fact. The whole purpose of a monthly box is that every month you get this surprise box full of your items that are a mystery, they're a surprise, they're something you look forward to, but they are monthly. That is in the name. So, look, a couple days here and there, maybe a week you might forgive. The pandemic was rough on everybody. Fine. 2 months, 3 months? Absolutely not. Now you've taken advantage of my money. I've worked hard for that money. I've given you 3 months worth of product money and I've gotten zero to show for it. Problem. It's a major problem. So you should really demand that that service be honored. Now, of course you can cancel. We're going to talk about that later. But if these are the promises that the company is making, you have a right to expect those. Then there are the limited themed boxes, and a few companies do this, and they are grouped outside of the monthly category. You kind of buy them willy-nilly or whenever they're available, but they take 2 months, 3 months, 4 months for them to be fulfilled. That's not acceptable. Look, there's a week to process, there's a week for shopping, and there's a week for shipping. 3 weeks. That's what it should be. There's a lot of nonsense going out there about, I want to make it special for you. I want to make it right for you. Well, if you're offering one of these limited boxes, then you should already know what's out there, right? If you're telling me that we're going to do a Make Mine music themed box, and God help you if you are, because there's no merch on that, then you should be already aware of what's out there, and then I should expect that, okay, great, they know I don't like shirts and they know that I really like bags and pins. You know what those items are, boom, they go into the box and the box comes to me. 4 weeks maybe is not the end of the world. Multiple months is a real problem and an abuse of my money again. And so that might be a legitimate gripe, and it might be something that you consider as you think about how you spend your money. Timelines. So in addition to this, timelines on the website are not usually printed, which is some kind of legal loophole that they get through. If the word monthly is there, they've already lost. But these sort of ordered boxes, it's like ordering on Etsy a pair of ears. Sometimes the person takes a couple of weeks to customize them. It's not really sure when they're going to arrive, but it's within a reasonably expected amount of time. I think subscription boxes, if you're watching, put some timelines on there. At least manage what our expectations are going to be. Say it is going to take 3 to 4 months for you to curate this box, or up to 3 to 4 months. Yeah, you might lose business, but at least you're being honest, and then you're not breeding ill will in the community. Wine sip, everybody sip. Okay, look, some companies are going to favor certain people and YouTubers. It's a fact. Humanity is what it is. I'm not exactly mad about it, but it is going to happen. Again, if you're watching box companies, that does breed ill will in the community. Whether or not, you're curating for one-on-one, we are a Disney community. We are people who, look out for each other. We are watching each other's content. We are trying to advertise for you. And if we feel like we're being treated unfairly, it doesn't look good. It's not a cute look. And so I can't be honest about that, and others can't be honest about that. Free stuff here and there and everywhere is fine. But there is consistency with some channels, with some people, with some product. And, look, I'm just going to say it is a problem. And, we just all want to feel like we are getting a fair shake. Remember what I said about going back to the beginning. These box companies are making money. That's okay. They are making money. So you are not they are not spending $50 on you or $100 on you. Fine. I get that. But, it's about the equity in what to expect from this company or a company, Okay, so moving right along, we're getting close to being done. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope this isn't too much of a rant, but, I feel like this just had to be said. So, companies will claim on their timeline aspects that things are being curated specifically for you, and you're like, yay. And then the box comes, and it's not so much that it's bad stuff, but you're like, I just watched XYZ channel open this the other day. And then I also watched this other channel open it the other day. That's not specific. That product existed. It's not like you found me the one unique item. It happens a fair amount. This is something I'd be suspicious about. I've seen it happen a few times with a couple of different companies who have made this claim. And you start to wonder, they got the same products weeks ago. I'm getting mine now. You told me it was because of this, but yet mine is the same as that. So again, it's about perception. There is probably no ill will on behalf of any of these box companies. They're a business. They're trying to make money. I get that. But you have to understand how it is perceived on our end. Okay, filler crap. I don't know. Is that what we're calling it, filler crap? I'd rather have foozles than some of this filler crap. And you all know how I feel about foozles, specifically the word dumb. Look, filler crap's going to happen all the time. It's going to be some stupid thing that gets thrown into the box and you're like, oh, look, they spent 99 cents on this and it was $10. Fine. If it's happening a lot, to me that is a problem because I don't need dollar store items thrown into my box. I love the dollar store. April Thrifty Nerdy Mom, no slight at all on you. But if I'm paying high prices for these items, I don't want always constantly a box full of this crap. Some companies do it more than others. Some companies don't do it rarely at all. They have other problems. But there are some companies that like to throw it in and it's crap. I've not returned to a few of them because I was like, you know what? I know tangentially I said I like Beauty and the Beast and there's one representation in this crap item from Beauty and the Beast. That's not curating for me. When should you cancel? When should you cancel? This is the toughest question. Some companies will make it easy on you. Crap for days. And you're like, look, not doing it. But other companies genuinely do a decent job. There's been a couple that I've had that I've really liked. And it's hard to let that go because there's a balance of, okay, I am getting good items. I am getting good deals. This is worth more than what I would probably find on my own. I don't have access to the character warehouse and things like that. But, the timeline's really messed up. Or, there's a problem with the box or something like that. So you got to weigh it out. It's a personal decision at the end of the day. For me, it's about how my money is being honored. And it's also about the curation aspect of it. Again, I'm okay with a company making money. They're making money. But I want to know that you've watched some of my YouTube videos. I want to know that you followed and read my preference sheet and actually curated a box for me going, you know what Jake would like? You know what this person would like? You know what that channel would like? You know what that customer who's been with me a long time would like? Get to know me, and the money almost is secondary to that because I feel like you honored the things that I like. Everything's not going to be a winner. I'm not that unrealistic. But part of honoring my time and my money, or my preferences and my money, is honoring my time, and that means getting the box here on time. So, I've canceled some. I don't know, maybe I'll go back to some. A few I'm on the fence about right now. So what can you do if you really love getting Disney merch? Maybe you don't have access to the Character Warehouse, you don't live in Orlando, the Disney stores, all those Disney stores were closed over this last 6 months that have been closing down. I have one by me, but maybe yours closed. So merch is limited. So I've got a small list of things you can do besides subscription boxes that, might scratch that itch. It might be a better use of your money, quite frankly. So there are outlet shoppers online and in Facebook groups who will go to the Character Warehouse. They post items. Some have a website. Some just post on the day that they go. There are a few on Instagram that do that. And they charge a very, very nominal fee for the item. And the thing is, you're getting the item at the warehouse cost. You're getting it for $3.99. You're getting it, a $50 item for $14.99 or something like that. So the $10 you're giving to them already is cheaper than a subscription box because they're not claiming to value it at full value. You're getting those things at the cheap cost. Of course, the gamble is you don't know when items are going to pop up. Enough said. There are Facebook groups where people do park pickups. So pins are released, special merch is released only at the parks. There are people that are willing to do park pickups. I've used a couple myself. They have been lovely, reliable, totally trustworthy. They charged me like $10 or something for items that I don't have access to. So I'm getting unique items. I'm getting the items I want, and I'm not paying that much money. So I would encourage you to check out those. eBay. I know I'm the vintage guy, got it. But eBay really is a place where you can find new merchandise. Sometimes it's old new merchandise, meaning, it's from 10 years ago, but it sat in a warehouse box somewhere. Somebody bought it for cheap and now they're selling it for relatively cheap. eBay, you got to work a little bit harder. You got to watch things. You got to constantly search for things because there are those people that will buy from the park on the day of a release and upsell it by like double the percentage. And shame on you if you're one of those people doing that. That's a video for another day. But you really can find some great deals. I've done it multiple times, and I've really been surprised at what I could find for a reasonable cost. There are Instagram sellers who do live sales all the time. I buy from the Blue Crew a lot. I haven't in a while. Sorry guys, I'll be back. But they buy bulk pins and other kinds of things. They will have these very deal nights. You got to sit through the auction, but it's a lot of fun. You're with a lot of Disney folks. The chat's running constantly, and you're getting some good deals. And again, the things that you want. So I would encourage you to check out some of those. Get into swaps. Whether you have a YouTube channel or not, it doesn't matter. Find a group of friends that love to do things. Give each other a $100 budget, a $50 budget, a $10 budget. And then your friends will know what to get you. You'll get to know those people. I love doing swaps. You're going to see more of those. Yeah, there's a gamble that somebody's not going to maybe honor the budget or honor you exactly. But because it's person to person and because we're all in this YouTube community together, you're much more likely to get a curated box that is thoughtful. It might not be all wish list items, but it is thoughtful to you. And actually that means a lot more. So that's my spiel on subscription boxes. I'd like to know how you feel. Comment down below what your thoughts are. How are you feeling about subscription boxes these days? I'm reading the chats. I know how some of you are feeling, but let's let them know how we're feeling. I don't wish any of these companies ill will at all. I truly, genuinely don't. What I want is fairness with my money, fairness with my time, and feeling like I'm an important customer by curating something for me. That's what is special about a subscription box. If it's just about shopping, I can shop. Trust me. Am I sweating? I'm a little bit sweaty. Trust me, I can shop. I can do it myself. I can find the deals. I like the fact that somebody goes shopping for me. I like the fact that somebody goes to the park or the Character Warehouse and gets me things that are not necessarily in my immediate grasp. I love that aspect of it. So we got to clean up some of these things. We got to do better at some of these things. Reach out for help. The YouTube community will be of help to you. I don't know how. I don't know if you need employees. I don't know if you need advice. I don't know if you want to send out polls and surveys. We'll do it for you. Let's get this thing up and running. Let's get everybody happy. Cheers to the subscription boxes. Cheers to the people making businesses for themselves, especially during this pandemic. My hats are off to you. But, you know, sometimes we got to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart. I expect some thumbs down from this video. You know, we've got my one internet, what do I call him? The wine's settling in. We have my one internet sad person. Every once in a while I get this one thumbs down, and I'm convinced it's the same person because it's on the most random things in the most random times. Cheers to you, whatever your name is, Edna. I'm gonna call you Edna. Can I call you Edna? But that's fine. If you disagree with me, I want to hear about it. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what your experience has been. We don't got to drop names. We don't got to throw nobody under the bus, but we can all share what our experiences are, and maybe, just maybe, we can make a little bit of a difference. So, until the next Disney afternoon, cheers.
Hope to see you back real soon, sharing in Jake's Disney afternoon.